Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Heat Army podcast. This is live commentary of Gateshead versus AFC Fylde here in the National League, and we have a barnstormer of a game here. It is the late kickoff. Gateshead, with the results that have already happened this afternoon, could be 14 points embedded into the playoff picture here with a 3-point win over the AFC Fylde, but they are a bit of a bogey side, and we have the teams. We'll go through them very shortly, but we do have our roving reporter in the stand, Mickey Barris. How are you doing, Mickey?
Not too bad. It feels a bit weird sitting here with earphones on, mate.
Well, we do have a wireless mic and wireless earphones, so Mickey, or whoever, when we on a match day, although that is absolutely very loud, the tannoy today. I'll just turn Mickey's mic down a second there. But Mickey, how are you feeling for this one?
I'm quietly confident, but I'm also a bit dubious because our record against these is absolutely shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest over the years against AFC Fylde. Of course, they have recently just sacked their manager in Kevin Phillips, who didn't have the greatest time there. Of course, on loan player Kane Adam, who is a big friend of the podcast, his family, has signed for AFC Fylde, but he can't play today, Mickey, obviously because he's on loan.
Yeah, he's a good player as well, Kane, and hopefully he comes back on the loan and it does him a world of good and he stays for the next season. Because it'd be lovely to see his family again, because TC off Magnum PI, we'll miss him, didn't we?
I certainly do, and I'll just go through the teams here that we've got in front of us. It's Ben Winterbottom in goal for the visitors, Harry Davis, Ethan Mitchell, Nick Horton is wearing number 10, Max Bardwell, Corey Whelan, Lincoln McFadden, Ashley Botswan, Gavin Macy, Tyler Roberts, and Joe Riley. On the benches, Charlie Clark, Dan Sassy, Nicky Obi, Adam Long, Charlie Jolie, Will Hugel, and Jack Morris. And for Gateshead, this is how they line up. Tiernan Brooks is in goal. We've got the Debigents. Ryan Bartley starts this afternoon. Captain Robbie Tinkler, John Bellahoon, Luke Hannant, and Brandon Horton, and then Jack Rolls, Regan Booty, Ben Warman, Javon Malcolm, and Tarai Sellers-Fleming up front. On the bench is Max Sheaf, Harrison Bond, Liam Humbles, Will McGowan, Carter Milmore, Jamie Bramwell, and Ollie Thompson. And Mark, I'd say Mark, that's how you say it. I haven't Mark out. Mickey, I think quite a strong lineup, but the bench is starting to get names back on it as well.
Yeah, it's starting to look stronger week by week, isn't it? I mean, hopefully it'll be a bit stronger in a couple of weeks' time when you get like Kenton back, Tyrell. I still think we're a striker short, to be fair. I would love a bit cover. Hopefully McGowan can do that job for now.
Yeah. So, I certainly hope so. Well, we've just got a message from Gateshead FC Stats. When Ryan Bartley came on as a sub on Wednesday night, he was the 40th player used in the league.
Yeah.
That's a tier 5 record for Gateshead.
Wow.
So, that's quite an amount of players. And normally when you see a team going through that amount of players, they're in a relegation dogfight, not fighting it out in the playoffs.
Well, not normally, but every transfer window, we've practically got to rebuild, haven't we? So that's where most of ours is coming from, and injuries is absolutely decimated this year.
Well, on the injury front, we do have Tyrell Newton was going for a warm-up, Kent Richardson and Joe Grayson. They are back out on the pitches, going through light training. They should be back in a couple of weeks, which is great for Carl and Liam Bridcut to have. At their mercy. They'll have a much stronger squad to pick from as we go into the business end of the season.
Especially at the back, that's massive. Have Kenton and Joe back before the end of the season would be absolutely huge for us. Certainly adds. I think midfield were quite well stocked. Striker, I think, one short, but when we get the injuries back, we can have Tyrell Newton back into the midfield and Kenton and Joe back. That'd be massive for us.
Certainly will, and as I say, they're starting to come back at the right time. We are joined today in the stand by multiple Gateshead signee and Wembley hero twice, James Montgomery. I had the pleasure of talking to him in the bar before the game. I was joking on asking if he fancied signing on again for another Wembley trip. He said he'll save to qualify for the playoffs first.
So, blame him.
Yeah. Obviously an amazing goalkeeper, a fantastic servant, and of course, hung his gloves up officially. But what a way to bow out, Mickey. I think we spoke about it before on the podcast. To retire winning a trophy at Wembley is not a bad way to go out, is it?
That's what I call going out on a high, David. A big high as well. Great goalkeeper. Absolutely fantastic goalkeeper. Had more comebacks than Nazareth, didn't he?
He did. Well, I was asking, one of the questions I asked him was who was the best goalkeeper you fought it out with? Because he played here with a lot of good goalkeepers. He said he thought Philip Marshall was the best, but the hardest one to get the team in front of was Dan Hanford.
I thought he might have said Hanford.
Yeah. There was a time when both of them were really fighting it out, and you could not argue for either to play.
No, they were both as good as each other, weren't they? I mean, I was quite surprised that Hanford didn't go into league football, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he went to Southend, didn't he, in the end?
Southport.
Southport. There was a South in there. We got it right at one point. But we've got people sending messages. Craig has put, afternoon, lads. 3 points today, please. Come on, the Heat. And away the Heat, says Alan Guest and David Tron. We'll be cutting to Mickey throughout the game, asking his opinion on what's happening. But this is a new feature that we've got, and hopefully if there's a former player around, or if Mickey's happy to do it, we'll have a roving reporter in the ground and he can talk to people around him as well and get a few questions, which will be absolutely fantastic. We're always trying to add more to the Heat Army podcast here.
Let's see how it goes first. If we're getting beat, we might just get swear words, mate.
Yeah, well, I'll have to monitor them first. But Mickey's promised to be on his best behaviour, but a fantastic crowd here, Mickey. People still teaming in.
Yeah, I reckon there could be 1,600 at least here today, so hopefully.
Yeah, let's hope it does stay that way. And of course, just to reiterate, if you're just joining us, if Gateshead do win today, they will stay in 4th place, but there will be 14 points embedded into the playoffs in the National League with only 12 games remaining.
That would be huge, wouldn't it?
An absolutely massive result that would be, as Liam Bridkin comes out onto the pitch with some of the substitutes and Ian Skinner, Gateshead FC coach. And it's all set up for it, Mickey. Go on. I know I asked you. Well, we didn't ask on the podcast because we didn't even have it this week. What's your prediction, Mickey?
I've gone for 3-2. Trina's gone for 4-3. I think there'll be goals in it. Nick Horton scares the life out of me.
He's one of the best players in the league. Arguably, he should be a football league player. But let's hope he has a quiet game for us this afternoon. Of course, if there's any AFC Fylde fans tuning in, please do send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. We'll go through the lineup shortly. But Mickey, just having a look down at the tunnel there, loads of young faces here today. Yeah. It's a real family atmosphere. And they're all hanging over the tunnel to try and get a glimpse of the Gateshead players.
Yeah, I was in the cafe before, and loads of kids were in there getting the photograph taken with Greg, Brandon and Joe and all them, and it was absolutely brilliant to see loads of kids getting their mums to buy them a shirt and getting it signed. And look, it was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, let's hope the club can build on it today and hopefully entice some of these people back here with a win. Of course, this game is live on the main DAZN channel if you are, a subscriber of DAZN, or you can watch it online on DAZN as well. And hopefully it's coming through loud and clear. Unfortunately, it's not us on there this time. They've got their own people who aren't even here, Mickey. Can you believe that?
Aren't here?
Not here.
Just watching it from a studio broadcast.
Yes, they are. They couldn't even make the trip up to Gateshead. But we are here for you, and if you're listening whereabouts in the world, let us know. If you're on holiday or whatever, send us a message. Graham Jones, good evening all. Sunny day here in Worcester. And also we've got Vanessa Alderman sent a message. Afternoon all, dipping in and out, but fingers crossed for a positive result.
Evening, Vanessa.
Yes, it is a good evening here. It is quite a mild afternoon, the 1st of March. And the months are ticking away ever closer towards the business end of the season. We're entering it now. This is the 13th game that is left. And Gateshead, as we mentioned before, could be 14 points embedded with a positive result here today. But the teams come out. I'm going to say goodbye to Mickey. I'll bring him in later on.
See you later.
And the teams are coming out onto the pitch now. I'll go through the teams once again. Ben Winterbottom is in goal for the visitors. Harry Davis, Ethan Mitchell, Nick Horton, Max Bardwell. The captain is Corey Whelan, Lincoln McFadden, Ashley Botswan, Gavin Macy, Tyler Roberts, and Joe Riley. On the bench is Charlie Clark, Dan Sassy, Eneka, Obi, Adam Long, Charlie Jolie, Will Hugel, and Jack Morris. On the bench, well, no, this is how Gateshead line up even. Tiernan Brooks in goal. It's Ryan Bartley makes his first start for the club, a home debut here this afternoon after signing permanently from Derby County. Robbie Tinkler captains the side with John Bellahoon in defence alongside him. The wing-backs are Luke Hannant and Brandon Horton. Jack Rolls, Regan Booty and Ben Warman are in midfield. And then up top are your target men, Javon Malcolm and Tyrell Sellers-Fleming. On the bench is Harrison Bond, Matt Sheaf, Liam Humbles, Will McGowan, Carter Milmore, Jamie Bramwell and Ollie Thompson. They're going through the handshakes at the moment. Gated in their white and black strips, black socks, black shorts. The visitors, they look more like Heaven Town. They're white and black. Yellow and black. Black shorts, yellow socks. And we'll find out which way we are shooting very, very shortly. There's two sets of mascots getting a nice round of applause as well as they leave the pitch here at Gateshead International Stadium. And, I have actually I'm going to have replays here because the game is on TV and I've got it on my laptop as well. So we should be able to give you a little bit more of an in-depth feel about what has happened with some of the more crucial decisions, shall we say. But at the moment, it is Robbie Tinkler and Whelan going into the centre circle with the referee. His assistants are checking the goal mouths and the goal nets. We're moments away from kickoff here at Gateshead International Stadium. National League action here live on the Heat Army podcast. And we thank you for your company so far here. And it should be an absolutely barnstormer of a game as Gateshead look to keep themselves on an unbeaten run, which extends to 3 games unbeaten, 2 wins and a draw. Well, Chris Neal and David Longwell are the joint managers in charge till the end of the season with AFC Fylde. They have took over from the departed Kevin Phillips. Of course, there is a Gateshead player who is in the squad, well, isn't in the matchday squad, but is a Fylde player at the moment, and that is Kane Adam, who is on loan, but obviously can't play against his parent club here this evening. Well, it looks as though Gateshead will be shooting towards the River Tyne, the visitors towards the Felon end. Gateshead are in a huddle. They're getting ready for this game. They're going through their motivational talk. And Gateshead looking to get the 3 points, as are AFC Fylde, who find themselves in the relegation zone. And a win for them is just as important here this afternoon. It is going to be AFC Fylde that are going to get us underway here. I think it's Ethan Mitchell that stands over the ball. No, it isn't. It's Nick Horton. Well, it's a 5:30 kickoff for the TV cameras. It's not often you get that in the National League, but here we are. And a great crowd has turned out here at the National Stadium. Well, we are waiting. Referee is checking with his assistants, just checking his watch. Still waiting. Are we waiting for the TV cameras to see if we're allowed to play, or are we going to get this one underway? Still waiting. Well, there is a good travelling contingent from AFC Fylde that have made their way over from Lancashire. Of course, if you're not familiar where AFC Fylde is, it's just down the road from Blackpool. We're still waiting to get underway here as the referee stretches his hammies, and we are about to get underway here eventually. And there we go. We're underway. Nick Horton plays it all the way back to Ben Winterbottom, who is going to drive the ball up the pitch. Wasn't the greatest, cleanest contact. Flicked on, though, by Bardwell. And Gateshead hooks the ball clear as Javon Malcolm chases down to get near it. And it's been thrown away. Ethan Mitchell is down with a head injury. Didn't see that one happen. but the referee, of course, has to stop it. Did you happen to see that one, Mickey? I didn't.
I did actually.
Did you? What kind of collision was it?
That wasn't out, but you know these are going to hand down on the floor at every opportunity, don't you? So
certainly do. Well, now we're back underway as Sellers Fleming has the ball. Left-hand side, drives forward. There's now to Javon Malcolm, who's on the left-hand side of the pitch. He's trying to get. Oh, he gets past two players. Goes down to the dead ball line, pulls it back across. Oh, put behind for a corner. And Gateshead, with some fancy footwork from Javon Malcolm. We're going to have a corner. Ben Warman comes across with Jack Rolls. They draw two players out as well to mark them. Bartley is up there as well. Goes short to Rolls. Rolls. Oh, ball comes in from Horton, left-hand side, headed clear. We're only as far as Hannant, who nods it back in. Edge of the area, it's going to fall and hook clear by McFadden. But Gateshead need to be on the toes as the ball played through and goes all the way through to Tiernan Brooks. Gateshead starting very much on the front foot. 2 minutes gone, 0-0. Bob brings the ball forward, puts it out to Hannant. Back to Bartley. Bartley gives it to Tinkler. Bellahoon complete forward. Wasn't read by Javon Malcolm and can be cleared by Fylde. But straight to Robbie Tinkler and Booty nods it to Bellahoon. And Tiernan Brooks straight away asks for it and it comes straight back to him. But Bartley brings the ball forward. Plays inside to Booty in the centre circle, who sees the run on this left-hand side of Horton. Horton nods it inside. Nicely flicked back by Malcolm. And Gateshead. Oh, they're going to latch on this one. Malcolm in the box. Can he pull the trigger? He can. Just drags it past the post. But Gateshead really starting to push from the front as Chris Lambs. But even in all, as always, thank you for the commentary. Away the heat. Oh, thank you very much. And so we'll bring Mickey in. Mickey, Javon Malcolm has started on fire.
It's a bright start by us, isn't it? Really bright. Javon Malcolm starting to show a bit of tricky on the wings there when he's pulling out wide and being unlucky a couple of times. But let's hope it keeps up because we've really got to keep on top of this.
Certainly have. We'll come back to Mickey later on. As I say, our wireless mic and headphones are working fantastic at the moment. So, but Tiernan Brooks is out there like Terry Butcher at the minute, striding forward with the ball. Fylde sitting deep, the ball over the top though. It's been nodded on by Warman into the centre, nodded back to Winterbottom. And Gateshead trying to cover every blade of grass here. As Ken Richardson's listening in from Tenerife, away the lads. Well, I don't know if it's as warm in Tenerife as it is here because I've got the heater on underneath the table. There's Horton, heads it up in the air, goes back, and Bellahoon can just, well, he got out muscled for the ball there, and Tyler Roberts holds the ball up towards the corner flag here on this right-hand side and wins a throw for his troubles. We await the throw to be taken. Joe Riley dries the ball on his shirt. The water sprinklers on before the game, so it is a slick surface out there. It's an opportunity for Fylde to put the ball in the box for the first time. They took a short throw and now comes back to Riley. And oh my word! Wow. I'll ask Mickey for his expert on that one. What do you think of that kick?
That was fantastic, wasn't it? I thought we were poor at crosses, but that's absolutely shocking.
Well, as I say, he did get it to the ball boy in the far end of the stand.
He went across it, and let's put it this way, it got halfway into the box before it went out, so that's how bad a cross it was.
It certainly was. But we'll get back to our roving reporter later as Bartley plays it across. Hannant's poor ball inside leaves Booty wrong-footed, and Fylde can try and bring this ball forward on the left-hand side. Played forward, but there was Gateshead and Hannant to get back and cover the play. And they can build again from the back as Tinkler, wearing the captain's armband, brings the ball forward. Sees the run of Javon Malcolm and he's on his toes. The ball comes through. Can he hold it up? Keeps it in play on the touchline. Plays it into the centre where Jack Rolls is. Jack Rolls has to look up and find Tinkler. Now Bartley comes into play. Takes a touch, drives forward with the ball. Still into Booty. Booty tries to bring Warman in and it's been intercepted, but the clearance is only as far as Tinkler on the halfway line. And he can calmly give it to Rolls in the centre circle, who sprays it out to this left-hand side. Bellahoon Rolls sees Javon Malcolm dropping deep, but his ball didn't cling on and looked like Horton was going to go for a shot there. But at the moment, ball drive forward. It's a Gateshead ball. On this left-hand side, 6 into the 7th minute, 0-0. Good start from Gateshead, but Fylde have to be respected on the counter-attack. It's Tiernan Brooks, Ireland under 21 national, passes the ball out to Hannant. Bartley to Tinkler. Bellahoon. Jack Rolls in the centre, plays it back to Tinkler. Across to Bartley. Holding a very high line as AFC Fylde and Gates are just trying to thread a ball through. No one read it. It goes all the way through to Winterbottom. Winterbottom. Powerful kick from the edge of the area. Up in the air. Booty beaten in the air to the ball. Bellahoon can get this one under control and calmly play it to Tinkler inside the box. Tiernan Brooks quickly on his toes to give space for the distribution, and the ball is already out to Hannant. Crosses the halfway line, right-hand side, plays it forward to Sellers Fleming, who just couldn't keep a hold of the ball. Ball played forward as Tinkler wins the aerial battle. Booty brings it down. Bartley, Booty, who sprays it back to Tiernan Brooks, who gets the ball moving quickly. As Bellahoon gives it to Horton. Back to Bellahoon. It's a good start from Gateshead. They're passing the ball well, and that was a little nudge off the ball there on Bellahoon. But Gateshead have the ball on the right-hand side. Hannant threads it through to Sellers Fleming. Oh, and tried to get it back for the run of Hannant, but Fylde can play it back. And Winterbottom looks to get this ball moving. They're going very direct, and Jack Rose got it through the centre, and the ball forward, and he hasn't... well, Sellers Fleming had to stop his run. He would have been offside there. Cleared by the visitors. Bellahoon wins the header, brought down in midfield, and it's a free kick to Gateshead. Pushing the back from Botswan. It's been taken, and Gateshead can bring the ball forward through Bartley into the centre circle with Tinkler. Bartley, who arrived last week, and his first meeting with the team was on the bus as they picked him up on the way down to Eastleigh on Tuesday night. And as we got told by one of our great listeners, Stephanie, Gateshead FC Stats, the 40th player Gateshead have used this season in the league. Oh, Gateshead get the ball now. It's poor passing from the visitors as Sellers Fleming pings the ball over, and, well, a little bit too much on it himself. He apologises to Hannant, and that's a throw to the visitors on the far side. We're into 10 minutes here, and looking around the stand, it is absolutely packed around us. Hopefully a good 1,500, hopefully close to 2,000 crowd, but at the moment, Gateshead playing the better football on the TV here, live on DAZN. But Fylde, we know they have a goal in them at any time. There's Botswan holds it up, plays it back, but Gateshead intercept, and now Sellers Fleming holds it up. Lovely turn from Rolls, but just a telescopic leg from Fylde. They get the ball, and now on this far side, the ball is played through, but Horton just intercepts. But Tyler Roberts was away. But Gateshead now can get the ball moving themselves. It's lovely footwork from Rolls. Gets it to Horton. Bartley brings it forward now. Far side out to Hannant. There's men in the middle. In comes the delivery. Oh, slip from the captain Whelan. It's cleared, but only as far as Regan Booty. Jack Rolls gives it to Bartley. Back to Booty. Booty sees the pass on this far side to Horton. Horton brings the ball down, plays it back to Javon Malcolm. Corner of the box. Can he go down towards the dead ball line? A little bit of trick with the legs. He does. He knocks it down, puts the cross in, wins the corner. Javon Malcolm really kicking it in, Mickey.
Yeah, it's a lot of trickery there, but you've got to get that cross in there, haven't you? It's really picking up.
Here it is. Although we're back in as Jack Rolls has the ball, plays it to Horton. Warman finds himself on the left-hand side. He's trying to get past the man himself, crosses one in, cleared over by the first man, but only towards the edge of the area, headed clear. I think it was Riley that lost his foot in there as he headed it, but Gateshead have got Fylde pinned back at the moment, but they're holding a good shape. Tinkler in the centre circle gets it to Bartley, out to Hannon, who's hugging the right-hand touchline, gives it to Booty. Booty's got space to try and pick out a pass, but thinks of it and plays it short to Sellers Fleming. Now Tinkler. Bellahoon, just near the centre circle, gives it back to Booty. Hannon's on his toes, and there's the ball to him. Can he cross one in? Looks, plays it into the centre. There's Javon Malcolm. Oh, he's just beaten in the air. And brave goalkeeper comes out, wipes out the player, and the ball is being cleared. And Gateshead really trying to turn a screw here, and now Bartley has the ball. Plays it out to Hannant. Inside to Warman, back to Hannant. Down the line to Bartley. Booty in the centre. Booty sees a crossfield ball to Horton, nods it down, and just put the ball behind Javon Malcolm. That was a barge there off the ball, as Gateshead have to defend here. Ball played forward, and that is not going to do any favours for number 14, Bardell. They was chasing onto it. Big John Bellahoon, the other number 14, can just get the ball back, and Gateshead can build now as Booty has the ball in midfield, has to slide to get to the ball. Sellers Fleming didn't get to it, and now there's a man running here on this far side. Tyler Roberts comes out to him, corner of the box on the right-hand side. He's up against Bellahoon, cuts inside. He does have Mitchell, crosses the ball in. That's deep, very, very deep, and that goes out of play on the far side. And that's poor from Fylde. Really need to capitalise on that. They haven't got in and around the box that much, but when they do, they need to have a better delivery than that. But it is going to be a throw on the far side. For the Heaters. The home debutant, Ryan Bartley, is the man that's going to take this throw here, wearing number 6. The number vacated earlier in the season by Louis Story. As John Bellahoon can bring the ball forward. Former Tranmere man. Booty sees a man on his toes there and tries to thread it through, but the ball comes back to him, manages to get it to Rules. Rules under pressure, does very well. Rules holds off his man and gives it to Bartley. And Bartley has Hannon on the right-hand side, who he uses. Warman's on the inside, who he does get the ball. Back to Bartley. And Jack Rules looking to keep this ball moving forward, out to Hannant. Hannant just cuts in, gives it to Bartley. Tries to thread the ball through. Fortunately falls back to a Gateshead player. And Robbie Tinkler and Bellahoon in the Fylde half. Every player bar Tien and Brooks inside the Fylde half at the moment. They've got them really pinned back. But can they penetrate and get a shot on target as Tinkler gives the ball to Rules. Rolls out to the far side. Hannon takes a touch, gets the ball forward through to Warman, who tries to drive down to the corner flag and wins a corner. Good movement from Hannon and Warman on the right-hand side. Hannon, Rolls and Booty do seem to have the space to be able to get into places to cross a ball in. But Regan Booty is going to take this one on the far side. Corner to Gateshead. 15 minutes gone. We're about to go into the 16th. In comes the delivery. There's a lot of bodies in there. Fisted clear by Winterbottom. Roberts tries to clear it. Gateshead try and close down. As Gateshead do disrupt and get the ball back, and they pin AFC Fylde back once more. Horton gets the ball at Javon Malcolm, left-hand side. He's had the beating of the fullbacks already in this game, but he plays it inside to Bellahoon, back to Tinkler in the centre circle. Bartley, back to Tinkler, rolls. Gets the ball to Javon Malcolm, Bellahoon. It's almost a flat back 7 at the moment from the visitors. For a brief moment, as Gateshead try and probe out to this left-hand side. Horton brings the ball down well, gets it to Javon Malcolm. Up against the Fylde defender. What can he do? Cuts back on himself, gives it to Jack Rose. Rose goes for a curling shot, and it bounced into the ground, and it took the sting out of it for the goalkeeper. But Mickey really penning back Fylde here for Lodge. Spades of the game.
Yeah, they've got the lower block on, haven't they? We've got to be really clever, work our way to get into the box. I think Houghton and Hannon are going to be the outballs for us to get into the position to get the goals. But Rolls has started really well for us as well. I think he's been brilliant. So is Horton on the left, by the way.
Well, we'll keep it going. We'll come back to Mickey a little bit later on as Bartley has the ball, plays it to Tinkler inside the centre circle. Into the Fylde half with Rules. Out to this left-hand side. Bellahoon drives forward with it. Gives it to Horton, and just a little lack of communication. The ball rolls out for a throw to the visitors. Well, Bardell drying the ball on his shirt. Gets the ball back, plays it, and cross to the other side of the defence. As Whelan plays it out, and now Fylde can try and break down this left-hand side. Tyler Roberts is in space on the right-hand side, but no one's in a position to pass it over to him yet. But now Riley looks up. A lot of players all on the left-hand side, but Riley still camped out on this right-hand touchline, waiting for service. As Gateshead have to defend down there right, and the ball played across now to Joe Riley. Bardell. Now it comes over to Tyler Roberts. Goes out to play for a throw to Gateshead, to the visitors even. As the temperature just drops a little shade here. As Bardell under pressure, plays it down the line to Tyler Roberts. Great bit of footwork, cuts inside of it. He's still going, lays it off. Horton tries to get past his man. Gateshead managed to just disrupt and get rid of the ball, but the passing wasn't the greatest, and this is a good spell of pressure for Fylde if they can try and pin Gateshead back, but Gateshead can push out somewhat as Fylde build again down the left-hand side. Cross into the centre looking for Botswan there, but Gateshead do manage to clear it, and the ball through the centre, and he's onside. Well, the linesman was very late with that one. I mean, he was about 15 yards in front of the defence there. Obviously, he was going to touch it, and the referee waited. They build down the left-hand side, Fylde. Looking to build as Gateshead take the ball off the feet, but they don't keep it under control as Macy manages to play it back to Whelan. And now the visitors look to get the ball out to that left-hand side again as Gateshead do win the ball back, and that was a late one on Luke Hannant as he cleared the ball and was wiped out afterwards. Free kick to Gateshead. I think he'll be all right. Minutes gone if you're just joining us here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead 0, AFC Fylde 0. We're in the possession stakes. It's all Gateshead, but games aren't won on possession stats. They're won on goals, and we're yet to break the deadlock here at Gateshead International Stadium as Booty gets the ball out to Hannant. Gateshead definitely moving the ball with more purpose and speed as they have done in recent months. Of course, a lot of that was dictated by injuries. There's a ball through for Javon Malcolm to chase down. He's going to try and keep it in. Absolute blistering turn of pace, but it goes out for a goal kick to the visitors. Winterbottom places the ball down. He's all in light blue. Tiernan Brooks in glorious pink. The ball from Winterbottom was kept in by Bardwell, and he chipped the ball forward, but it's going to go all the way through to Brooks, who throws it to Bartley, who's got loads of space to run into and carry the ball forward. Gives it to Booty in the centre. Bellahoon receives it on the overlap. Horton. Oh, lovely ball from Malcolm to send Horton away this left-hand side. Crosses the ball in. There's nobody there. It's very deep and it took a touch, but Hannon's going to keep it in at the other corner flag. Gives it to Bartley. Now, Booty puts it back out to the far side. Luke Hannon, he's got the run of Rules. Rules has to turn on the dead ball line, plays it inside to Warman. Warman couldn't get to it, and Nick Horton can clear that one just to clear the pressure. It was towards nobody, and that will trickle out for a throw on the far side. But Gateshead are making Fylde just clear the ball. Anywhere will do at the moment to try and relieve the pressure. But Gateshead try and build again through Bellahoon. Brings the ball forward. Tinkler in the centre. Seeing a lot of runs on the shoulder of defenders at the moment. Sellers Fleming hovering around, as is Javon Malcolm, but the ball comes back to Tinkler. Bellahoon can bring it forward. He's got space to run into. Opens up. He's got Horton on this left-hand side, who he uses. Horton inside to Javon Malcolm. In turn, back to Tinkler on the halfway line. Oh, nearly all of the players in the final third for Gateshead here. 2 rows of 4 for Fylde, in the ball there, nodded down. Sellers Fleming goes for a shot. Oh, great save. Some great power on that one, right along the ground, making Winterbottom dive down. And Mickey Sellers Fleming looked like he was going to bury that in the back of the net there.
It was a hell of a strike. Great build-up. And I mean, Hannon knocked it up on the edge of the box. He's just swung in here at first time. Sweets and nut along the floor, and the keeper's done really well to stop that. Like, good, powerful striker.
Certainly was. With Gateshead back on the attack. Got a throw for the troubles in between the dugouts as Liam Bridkett tried a fancy back heel there. Throw-in's been taken. Tinkler has it. Over to Bartley. Bartley now gives it back to Hannon in the centre circle. Booty just on the halfway line. Looks for a runner. Puts it out to Horton. Flicks it to Javon Malcolm. Javon Malcolm battling with Bardell. And, well, Bardell goes down under the pressure of Javon Malcolm, but they were both battling for it. But the referee will always side with the defender when they're being wrestled. Well, AFC Fylde fans in great voice, north end of the China stand. So the Gateshead fans behind us as well, as the ball launched up by Winterbottom, won in the air by Gateshead as Javon Malcolm, great hold-up play, gets the ball back. Does he have an outlet? Sellers Fleming chips the ball to Rolls. Rolls just has to turn and keep the ball. He was under pressure, does very well, as he had Mitchell in his back. Tiernan Brooks has the ball now, edge of the area, sends it up to the halfway line where Hannon is waiting. Hannon just slows it down, gives it to Bartley, who seems to have slotted in very well into the Gateshead back three at the moment. Booty on the halfway line looks, sees the runner on the far side. Ball comes across to Hannon. Hannon brings the ball down. Can he get across in? He cuts inside of it. In comes the cross towards Malcolm. Brings the ball down. Can he pull the trigger? He's still got the ball. Good defending. Horton lays it off. There's Booty. Oh, what a strike! Edge of the area. And sometimes you just need someone to lash it home. And there was Regan Booty to do it. Javon Malcolm brought the ball well in the box, couldn't get it out from his feet. He had too many players in front of him, but the ball comes out to Booty, and he just strokes that one home. It's Gateshead 1, Fylde 0, 25 minutes gone. And Mickey, got to be happy with that one.
That's what I call a booty call.
Hey.
No, Javon, I thought he was going to score. He's laid it back perfect, and Regan to it. Shot across the box, it's clipped inside the post, went in, out with the moon with it.
Just a little bit of interference with Mickey's microphone. We'll turn it down there, where it is Gateshead 1, AFC Fylde 0. We're into 26 minutes here, and Cheryl Debbie has put get in Booty. Well, wouldn't be a Saturday night if someone didn't shout that. As we're back underway. Gateshead have got a reward for their hard work. What the AFC Fylde have in response. They bring the ball forward, playing the ball tries to get onto it, but Gateshead intercept. The ball goes back to Robbie Tinkler. Bellahoon can bring the ball forward. You would expect they're going to have to be a little bit more expansive, the visitors. They can't just sit back and try and absorb, or try not to absorb another one. They're going to have to try and get something out of this game themselves. Of course, they're in the relegation zone as it stands. As Gateshead try and chase down the ball as it falls to Tyler Roberts, who cannons the ball off Horton and goes out for a throw to AFC Fylde. Ball launched forward, nodded on by Botswan, but Bartley's there to mop up and give it to Tina Brooks, and calmly turns it down. Wow. Bartley wanting movement, comes across to Booty. Tinkler forcing Fylde to try and come out and get the ball, and it leaves a space as Gateshead have the ball over at the far side as Warman got the ball back. Booty. Jack Rolls is here, there, and everywhere as Bartley brings the ball off to Warman. Warman has to hold it up, gets it back to Rolls. Warman, nothing silly, gives it to Booty, who picks out Hannant, tried to feed Bob through first time, and the ball goes out for a throw to the visitors. And as the pitch is starting to be illuminated more now by the floodlights here at the GIS. We've got clouds overhead, but at the moment, nobody's complaining from a Gateshead perspective as the ball comes across now to Harry Davis. Bardell. Tyler Roberts was asking for the ball to be fed to him straight away there, but Bardell gets it back, goes down the centre. Bellahoon can get that, and Booty nods it down to Bellahoon, and Gateshead keep that ball moving well as Malcolm fouled on the halfway line by Bardell. Been a battle between those two so far. Quickly taken, Gateshead underway. Yes, Sellers Fleming gets the ball back, a little bit fortunate, and well, Riley comes back to outmuscle him off the ball, and at the moment, Fylde's balls forward, only finding Gateshead players. Bellahoon can just slow it down, give it back to Tina Brooks, and build again. 29 minutes gone. If you are just joining us, Gateshead 1, Fylde 0. Regan Booty with the goal from the edge of the box. Making the keeper absolutely sprawled across. It was inch perfect to hit off the inside of the post and ricochet into the back of the net. But at the moment, there's two Gateshead players collide there as Macy with a little bit exuberant off the ball. And Ryan Bartley is down at the moment on his home debut. He's sitting up. He just took a knock there. Looks like they made a stern stuff, these Derby lads that we've had on loan or signed permanently over the last few years. He joins a long list in Dejon Brown, Ben Radcliffe, and of course, we now have Ryan Bartley, who signed permanently until the end of the season last week. Well, we're back underway as Regan Booty. Botswan doing well to force him to play back to Tinkler. But at the moment, it's looking comfortable in possession. Ball all the way back to Tina Brooks. Second game back since injury. He was absolutely flying before that injury happened. And under 21 call-ups, clean sheets. As Gateshead lose out the midfield battle, but they can just get the ball back. And Macy again with a late one. The referee played it on. More clumsiness, I think, than intent from Gavin Macy. As the ball comes up to Warman, turns, tries to play it off. It was 17 for the visitors. Captain Whelan. Gateshead can still bring it forward. Bartley puts it out to Hannant. Hannant has Warman unsure, but Hannant goes for the cross, wins a corner. And Gateshead, they've only got one thing in mind at the moment, and that's to get the ball into the box. It's very refreshing here this afternoon. Mickey was seeing Gateshead full of intent to get the ball forward.
Yeah, I mean, just now stupid. Just be patient. You're 1-0 up. You don't have to really push the game. So if they stay patient, these have got to come out. They're losing 1-0. So hopefully we can pick off the gaps. I mean, we've got a corner now. Do we ever score for corners?
Well,
not really.
Let's see his famous last words. We'll be back to Mickey after this goal. Well, we'll see if the delivery comes in. Regan Booty puts one in. It's a decent one. Javon Malcolm, wins the header, but didn't guide it goalwards, and that'll go out for a goal. And Mickey, you're right. We don't score from corners.
Told you.
See, you don't get this on the BBC.
No.
As the clearance goes all the way through to Tiernan Brooks. Now, the ball now with Jack Rose. Back to Bartley. 32 minutes gone. There's good pressure from the front there. Made Tinkler have to clear the ball with purpose. Botswan brings the ball down. Has to lay it off. Gets it to Bardwell. Bardwell in the second Mitchell. Botswan. This is a touch. As you're seeing, trying to move it a bit more purpose now. Filed. Ball goes out onto the far side where it can be brought forward. Filed. Trying to build something. Pass it back to Mitchell in the centre circle. Macy. Back to Mitchell. Possession, but not really going anywhere with it at the moment. The visitors is Riley. Bardwell plays down the line to Tyler Roberts, who goes down in theatrical fashion. Was fouled. But it's a free kick here for the visitors. An opportunity to get some big men in the box here. And they'll send up Harry Davis. Botswan is obviously a target. Mitchell as well. We await the delivery. It's going to come in from Horton. Paul Magnay shouts out instructions. In comes the delivery. It's a dangerous one. Tiernan Brooks. Oh, there was a foul in the build-up there. I say foul. There was a collision between the Gateshead player. I think it might have been Robbie Tinkler and Tiernan Brooks, who are both lying down at the moment. Mickey, worrying seems of all the injuries that we've had this season, and they were both going for the ball and just looked at them, one into each other.
That'll be all right. Hard stuff, man. I mean, it's a hell of a ball in, to be fair to them.
That was a great ball. Absolutely fantastic ball from Horton. Nothing more than what you would expect.
No, not really. I mean, it's in the cricket terms, it was like there's corridor uncertainty, and both Tinks and Brooks have went to can for the ball and collided with each other. And I'm hoping Brooks is not that again.
Well, I think part of us thinking Tiernan Brooks does like to disrupt the game somewhat sometimes, and
just like a lie down, doesn't he?
He does like a lie down, does like to affect the game, shall we say.
We're seeing up with that certain housing all over the football league. I don't see why we shouldn't be capable of doing it neither, David.
Yeah, well, he looks like he's all right. The physios are coming off, and the referee is just talking to a couple of the Gateshead players there. We'll be back to our roving reporter very soon, as Tiernan Brooks looks okay at the minute. There's not a stern talking to, but a talking to from the referee to Bartley and Tinkler there. As we get back underway, it's going to be a drop ball. Both teams took that time to take on some water here. There's Tiernan Brooks plays the ball out to Bartley. Horton and Maisie are the ones that are kind of just trying to push out somewhat. But Gateshead moving the ball is Mitchell pushing the back, and don't know if that's frustrations from the visiting side then, just with not having much of the ball. Just shoving the back. Free kick to Gateshead as Regan Booty sprays this one across to the far side. It's not going to reach Hannant, but it's going to go out of play for a throw to Hannant on the far side. And Emily Focus, I like the new roving reporter thing with Mickey. Ball onto the far side. Hannant brings it down. Warman shows for him who he does get it. Jack rolls, receives the ball, wants to keep it moving, gets it back through to Warman. Warman has Hannant. Right hand side, crosses the ball, and dangerous one. Oh, comes towards Sellers Fleming, headed away from him, but Horton can pick up the loose ball and pings it back to Robbie Tinkler. Still all inside the Fylde half at the moment as Horton gives it to and Bardwell tries to get in there, and well, a bit of argy-bargy going on and tackles galore. That one's pulled back as John Bellahoon catches Tyler Roberts, who is still down in a heap there. Referee telling them to calm it down. It did look as though Bellahoon's studs did slip there, Mickey, as he went in. It looked like more of the surface caught him.
Well, there was a few dubious tackles. I mean, the tackle on Malcolm could have been a free kick, and then to be fair, the lad who got fouled, he jumped one and then got caught the second time.
Yeah, he did. But a bit clumsy from both sides, but it's a free kick.
Well, that number, I think it's number 8 is just.
Yeah, he's
leaving an elbow in people on all the time. If he keeps doing that, he's going to get himself sent off.
Well, the referee has seen it. We've got a free kick here. Horton takes it out to Tyler Roberts, right hand side. He's up against Horton. Can he open up and go past him? Good bit of trickery. Well, Horton, great to block it down. Goes out for a corner on our right hand side here. 38 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, AFC Fylde 0. Regan Booty with the precision shot at the edge of the area, not giving the keeper a chance and using the woodwork to his favour to give Gateshead the league. But that man, Nick Horton, puts the ball down, who is very, very capable of conjuring up some magic, whether it be a shot or a cross. Referees just want to have a word with some people. There's a bit of pushing, shoving going on. Tensions are rising slightly out there. As Horton puts one to the edge of the box, comes to Riley. Riley pulls the trigger, and if he was playing rugby, that would have been perfect, but it isn't. It's football, and AFC Fylde see that one go right down the Felon bypass. Well, we're back underway. Tinkler. We've got Donna listening in from Cyprus. Are you muting, Mikey? Love to know what's going on. Mental of the crowd. Going mental with the crowd. Yes, we're keeping them under control. He's our roving reporter. As Tinkler has the ball. Bartley to Brooks. There's it to Bellahoon. Back to Tinkler. They're just letting the ball do the work at the moment. Looking for the gaps. Booty drops deep to get involved. Looks to see the run going for it. Falls to Bellahoon. Back inside to Javon Malcolm. And Ardell not giving Malcolm much room there at all. Brooks has the ball 35 yards out, maybe further. Just has time to nurse it forward to Booty. Booty sees a run through the centre, and Sellers Fleming chases it down and nodded out. Good work. It's a throw in to Gateshead. Harry Davis had to knock that one out. Or headed out, should I say. There's Horton, former Chesterfield man. Waits to take this throw. He wants movement. Sellers Fleming is the man that he gets it to. Gets the ball back. As good work, though, from Tyler Roberts there. Actually tenacious, like a Jack Russell. He couldn't get the ball off him. He was chasing it down. But Gateshead managed to get it back under control and bringing it forward through Booty. And Booty goes for a ball through the centre, looking for the run of Sellers Fleming. Mitchell nods the ball down to Macy. And this is a best opportunity for Fylde to break as they play the ball forward, but straight off Bartley. Riley has the ball in the centre circle. Looks to play a crossfield ball here to Tyler Roberts and keeps it in, side of the foot. Back to Bardell. Davies across the wheeling. You see the ball played forward, and None comes off a Gateshead head to Tinkler, plays it back to Tiernan Brooks. And there's John Bellahoon who can turn onto the ball and bring it forward. He needs an outlet, gives it to Horton. Horton back to Bellahoon. Back to Tinkler on the edge of the area. He does have Tiernan Brooks to use, so he does.
50 runs been made, and the winning kick is 5-3-4-8.
Well, it was 50-50, but John Bellahoon brings the ball forward on the halfway line. Back to Tinkler.
Number 5, 3, 4, 8, 6.
Well,
Just there
we go. We've got that out the way as Gateshead can try and build the ball forward. Lovely footwork from Tinkler. Sends Botswan for the pies. There's a ball forward now up towards Malcolm, but too much on it. And that will go out of play for a throw-in to the visitors. Ball thrown forward. It's to Booty. Horton back to Booty. Ball over. Tried to send Malcolm away. Nodded out for another throw to get at this side, the other side of the dugout. It's Horton. He wants movement. He wants a runner. There's it to Tinkler. Bartley to Jack Rolls. Bellahoon picks up the ball. And Tinkler. There's it to Bartley. Starting to see a bit more pressure from the front from Fylde here. They need to show something, but there's only 2.5 minutes left of normal time here in the first half. Ball over the top. Tyler Roberts heads the ball forward. Booty knocks it down. Sellers Fleming holds the ball up, and Mitchell, a strong tackle in there. The ball goes all the way back to Tiernan Brooks, who quickly comes out the box and brings it forward. Across to Jean Bellahoon. Nice footwork from Bellahoon. There's a shirt pull there. And Mitchell's playing a dangerous game. And there's the first yellow. And, well, it was only a matter of time with his style of play here this afternoon. But Ethan Mitchell gets the first yellow card of the game. Free kick. Regan Booty's going to stand over this one. Bellahoon goes up, as does Bartley. 1.5 minutes remain here in the first half. There's ball forward, look for the run of Malcolm in the edge of the area, brings it down. It's got Horton in support. Horton crosses the ball in, takes the deflection. Nodded down by Rose. Sellers Fleming does get it back to Rose, fortunately. Plays it back inside, and at the moment, Rose picks it up. Lovely work. Oh, definitely. Well, how was that a penalty? The ball was played, and the man was wiped out. But at the moment, Malcolm brings it in. It's a corner. And it's not. It's went out for a goal kick. And surely, and there's fights between the two, between the Fylde players. They're pushing each other. So we'll see how that progresses here. They're not happy with how they're defending at the moment. And only time will tell is that was a foul off the ball. And, well, just having a look at the replay here, he's wiped out there. And we'll have to see. Booty nods the ball forward and cleared away by Davies. It's going to bounce all the way through to Tiernan Brooks, who can just slow the ball down. We've got 45 seconds left of this first half. Well, didn't get the ball at all there, as Tyler Roberts can count himself very lucky there. As Gateshead go into the dying seconds of the first half with a 1-0 lead. Tiernan Brooks inside his area has the ball. Liam Bridkett is wanting the ball to go forward. He's pointing up there. And Tinkler brings the ball forward. No one there pushing him down. We've got 2 minutes of additional time here at the end of the first half.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 2 minutes.
Ball played forward for the run of Horton, and it's going to be a good one. It bounces Tyler Roberts is there. Gives it back to Javon Malcolm. Up against Bardell. Can he open up and get it in? There's twisting and turning. Oh, great footwork. Crosses one in deep. There's Warman. Not to back across. Oh, into the roof of the net. Great footwork again by Javon Malcolm. The cross in there was deep. And just for Ben Warman just couldn't loop it back over. But great stuff again from Gateshead on the attack as Bardell looks to get the ball moving forward himself for the visitors up towards Botswan. And the offside flag goes up. And he can't believe it, Botswan, but it was. And at the moment, been a very comfortable first half, you'd have to say, for Gateshead. But there was some finger pointing from the Fylde defenders to each other. They weren't happy there in the aftermath of that possible penalty. As we're back underway. We've got about 45 seconds remaining of the time added on here. It's a minimum of 2 minutes. We'll speak to Mickey very shortly. But that wasn't too far away from Ben Warman. Just a foot over the post. Dip in time for him. Gateshead just winding the clock down here. Fylde, they want the half-time whistle to come. This has not been an enjoyable first half for them. They've had little to build on. Gateshead just calmly passing the ball around the back. No one's going to chase them down for it. Tina Books gets the ball back. Why? And the referee puts the ball to his lips. And there is the half-time whistle. It goes out with a whimper for the visitors there. It's 1-0 here. And Mickey, you've got to see that AFC Fylde needed that half-time whistle.
That was a nailed-on penalty, by the way.
Well, I have seen it on the replay of the zone, and he makes no contact with the ball. Wipes the man out, tackles from behind, turns him and down. But,
It looked a Stonewall one, Davey. I better turn the mic up because the referee will be coming on soon, and there's a few more if you've got a few angry.
Well, I think Harry Davis was berating his teammates afterwards. So he thinks it was a penalty. There was a lot of finger pointing going on, Mickey, and we're going to have to see a very different Fylde side to come out to try and make an impact in this game. But for Gateshead, if they can keep their heads and pass the ball around, then they should be able to hold on to this.
Yeah, the game's there for the taking. If we can get a second goal, look, these are more than capable. They've got the players there. They're Tyler Roberts in the first half and Nick Horton alone, Gavin Massey, I think he's called. I think they're three half decent players there. If we can get a second goal, it might just stretch it a little bit too far for them. But these are a good side, Davey. I know the league suggests different, but they look better than what the position they are in the league for sure.
No, they certainly are, but Gateshead, they're doing well at the moment. They've got 1-0 leads here. We're going to go quiet so we can give ourselves a chance to collect our thoughts, toilet stop, and even maybe have a drink of coffee. But we'll be back after when the players come back out for half time, and we'll speak to you soon. Well, you join us back here at Gateshead International Stadium as we await the teams to come back out here for the second half. The score is 1-0 to Gateshead. We'd give you the half times, but there isn't any because it's a 5:30 kickoff. As I say, it is all the play for. There has been a half-time penalty shootout, Mickey. Did you see any of it?
Yeah, I did. I've seen, I think Mark's nephew and niece have got a goal on there today, so
that's
not a smiling face is what we say where I'm sitting.
Oh, that is good. That is good. Mickey, obviously we're seeing some of the Gateshead players go through a bit of a warm-up now. The Fylde one seemed to be a little bit more of an intense one. I think they might be thinking they might be getting used soon.
Sorry?
The Fylde warm-up has been a bit more of an intense one during the half-time break. I think they might be thinking they might be getting used soon.
I think is it Chris Neal who's the Fylde manager? I think he's sent them out to tell a few home truths and that just because it didn't look happy at all going off the pitch.
Well, there was noticeable finger pointing throughout the game between the Fylde players, and understandably so. There wasn't much communication. And as I say, I think everyone, I've had a look on DAZN, we've got their live feed of this match, and it's hard to see why that wasn't given as a penalty, Mickey. He was wiped out from behind, no contact with the ball. I suppose the only thing the referee could say is that he wasn't going towards the goal, but...
It's a stonewall penalty, Dave. He's made no contact with the ball, he's took the player out, it's in the penalty box. It's a stonewall penalty, simple as that.
Well, we are waiting the players to come back out here at Gateshead International Stadium. Just a shout out to some of the people that have been messaging into us. We have had, we've got a message that's come in now, actually. David Tron, good first half performance, felt the penalty was a stone wall. We need to finish them in the first 20 minutes. The commentators on DAZN said it was a pen. So, well, it wasn't hard to see. They are back out. It does look like they're going to make a substitution already as Charlie Jolly is stripped and ready to come on for the visitors here in Gateshead. At the moment, look unchanged coming out. So Jolly stripped and ready to go. I can't quite see who he will be replacing at the moment. But Mickey, no surprise for them trying to change things up.
Yeah, they've got to change it up because they had a few breakaways and the crosses were a bit poor, but they didn't really threaten it, to be honest. And they're in the bottom three. If they don't go for it, at least to try and get a point.
Oh, well, they're taking off Botswan. So they've took off the big target man. It looks like Horton's probably going to be the man up top by himself.
Yeah, that's I don't want to say that, to be fair, as well, the heat went off.
Yeah, well, as I say, we'll be back with Mickey very shortly as the game progresses. But we have got the substitution there. It is the man, Charlie Jolly, has come on for Ashley Botswan. And we'll see if there is going to be any more changes. As I say, the Fylde bench subs were going through quite an intense warm-up in the first half. And, at half-time, should I say, even. But Gateshead shooting towards the fell end in this second half. The visitors towards the River Tyne. We're underway here as Regan Booty sprays the ball forward, looking for the run of Sellers Fleming. The ball's nodded away. And Charlie Jolly gets his first touch and tries to send Macy away, but the ball bounces away from him, and Bellahoon can get the ball back to Tiernan Brooks, who picks out Bartley, who we can get a closer look at in this second half because he's on this side of the pitch. On the side of defence is Hannant, little push in the back, wins a free kick. Hannant had a haircut. The centre partner is gone. We've got a nice fade at the back there. For anyone wondering what his haircut looked like. Better than mine, that's all I can say. As Jack Rolls has the ball. He's wanting Fylde to push out and get it onto him, but Warman plays inside to Hannant. Hannant back to Rolls, and a nasty sliding tackle come in there from the captain Whelan. Full-blooded. Jack Rolls just managed to jump out the way of the brunt of it, but was still brought down, and Fylde. They're going to try and make a harder game of it for Gateshead by being more physical. As Regan Booty waits to take this free kick. A few yards in from the halfway line, right-hand side of the pitch. Forward looking for the run of Warman, but out by Whelan. 4-8 throw into Gateshead. Bartley plays the ball down the line to Hannon. Hannon's nice touch. Gets the ball and bit of lack of communication, but it's lovely work from Bob. 3 players around him. Was he fouled? Referee says no, and he can come away. Ball played forward, but there is big John Bellahoon who put on the lightning boots there to get past, and Gateshead nearly cleared the ball as they've got it back a little bit clumsy from both sides there with the passing, but the ball sent away for Sellers Fleming to chase onto as Whelan gets to it in front of him and can see that out for a throw. But big John Bellahoon showing he is absolutely rapid in a foot race. Ball launched forward, only as far as Bartley, but it slipped round him. Booty puts it back up the pitch as Sellers Fleming tries to battle for it. It's hit off the backside of Warman. Sellers Fleming gets it under control. Now Jack Rolls turns, plays it to Bartley. Gateshead just slow it down and pass back and get themselves more composed. And that's a lovely ball through to Warman. Warman has Sellers Fleming in the centre. In comes Javon Malcolm. The delivery comes in. Goes right behind and cleared though, because it was Horton that was coming into the far side of the box. Tinkler nods it down. Horton back to do some defensive duty, and Bellahoon can get it under control and get it moving back to Regan Booty in the centre circle. Out to Horton. Horton just turns and passes it back to Tiernan Brooks. As Gateshead fans try to get behind their side here. Dangerous scoreline at 1-0, and passing like that won't help Gateshead's cause as Horton has the ball, tries to cut inside to Macy. Macy is going to lay it back to Horton, or didn't got it across, and now on the far side, Horton dispossessed though by Bellahoon, and Gateshead got themselves out of trouble, but they made it for themselves as Bellahoon played the ball forward, and there's going to be another yellow card on the far side as Bellahoon was running with the ball, got it forward, and we're just starting to see frustrations come out of Fylde. Mickey was seeing a bit more physicality.
It's been absolutely disgusting, if you want the truth. The tackle on Rolls before was hefty, and that one's heftier now. I didn't mind a hard tackle and things like that, but
yeah, it's getting physical out there. We'll come back to Mickey shortly. Bellahoon is just receiving treatment on the far side, and we'll see exactly this. I will be able to see that on the replay on DAZN, as we'll see what kind of tackle that was on the far side of big John Bellahoon. As we're just seeing how he won the ball back here. He read that really well. Horton just couldn't get to it. And obviously there's a delay on the feed online, but yes, nowhere near it. And Bardwell receives a yellow card for that one. Got him right in the shins. As Bellahoon's back up on the far side. No complaints from Bardwell when he got the yellow cards. Bardell. Just seen the replay of that. See, if that had been in his own half, that could have been a red. As Bardwell keeps the ball in on the far side. Javon Malcolm chasing him down. Gateshead trying to slow it down. It goes out for a throw on the far side. We wait for the throw to be taken. 51 minutes gone. Still Gateshead 1, AFC Fylde 0. Ball played back to Winterbottom. Gets it across to this far side to McFadden. Ball played forward. Macy wrong foot and went behind Regan Booty and calmly passed that back. Tiernan Brooks. Bartley can bring the ball forward. In a very composed young man, Ryan Bartley. Debut here. Gateshead passing it around the back. Pressure from Fylde. There's Booty. Plays the ball over to Robbie Tinkler. We are staying up in tempo in the press from the visitors. The first time really in this game. There's Robbie Tinkler now. Looks to get the ball moving forward, but just slows it down somewhat. And ball comes back to Bellahoon from Horton. Back to Tinkler. Must admit, on the zone cameras, the Tyne stand looks magnificently full in the home part. As ball forward there is Sellers Fleming. Ball goes out. Carl Magnier doesn't agree with the decision there. Judge just went out for a throw. There's Whelan. It's a free kick, actually. He's stealing a few yards here. Linesman didn't tell him to get it back. Ball's back with Whelan from Winterbottom. Winterbottom plays it across to Davies. Filed. Hilden from the back as Davies puts it across. And now the ball forward looking for the run of Jolly. Jolly's up there. And the ball's nodded on by Hannon. Hannon's down injured. He's in some distress as well. Pain. I think he's landed on his shoulder there, Mickey. Or he's holding his ankle. That's not a good sign there. As Hannon went down holding him.
It's not a good sign at all. It doesn't look good, that, does it?
No, he's instantly. I hope he hasn't rolled his ankle. I'll be able to tell you on the replay here on the zone when it catches up with play. But Luke Hannon is in some distress there. Nice to see Corey Whelan just checking in on him there. But, we'll be able to see on the replay here what exactly happened to Luke Hannon. The physios are looking at his ankle at the moment. As we wait, we should be able to see it shortly on the zone. There is a corner to fail once the treatment to Hannon happens here. Oh, nasty twist of the ankle on Luke Hannon. He goes down and absolutely just catches his ankle there. I think we're going to see it again on the replay. It does look nasty. He goes right over on it. We'll see if there's going to be another replay for this. Hannon still receiving treatment. It was an initial first time you could see it go right over. He is up. Hopefully. Yeah, he seems to be able to get that off. It's not as bad as initial first looked. He's walking across, stamping on it. Yeah, Mickey, I think he's got away with one there. Initially on the replay there, well, it didn't show replay truly in real time. His ankle did seem to go right over, but I think he's just going to have a stiff one.
It looks like that'll be one of the ones he'll be able to play, but it'll be sore tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely is. Well, we've got the corner coming in. In it comes. Headed away, it bounces off the back of a Gates and play out for a corner. We'll come back to Mickey very shortly. And Fylde trying to take advantage of Gates being temporarily down to 10 men. As corner from the far side will be coming in from Horton very, very soon. All the men lined up for Fylde. In line with the penalty spot, they're all going to sprint off, and in comes the ball. Wasn't a great one, cleared by Jack Rolls, only as far as McFadden. McFadden plays it out, and now Riley can put the ball in. And is back on defending. Gavin Macy, left hand side gives it to Jolly. Jolly back to. Well, he hasn't given it to Macy. Macy tries to take it off him, and ball goes out of play for a throw to the visitors. McFadden's going to take this one. No, it isn't. It's going to be Riley. Joe Riley drives the ball on his shirt. It's going to be a long one into the box, you think, with the way his teammates are lining up here. Not the biggest of frame, Joe Riley, but it looks like he has some weapon on him, and he's threw it in. It's going to come back to Riley. They'll get to need to clear the lines, crossing into the boxes. Tiernan Brooks seen that one and brought it down. Well, on the attack on the far side, Javon Malcolm wins a throw for his troubles on the far side. Tinkler back. Tries to see the run of Javon Malcolm. Bardell doesn't get there. Javon Malcolm holds the ball up well. He needs support. He's holding it up. Gives it down the line to Horton. Booty drives forward with the ball with purpose. Still going with the ball. Gets the ball back edge of the area. Still holding up for Booty. Gets a shot away. Deflects into the legs of the defenders and cleared anywhere will do for Winterbottom. But Horton, the ball back to Bellahoon. Was nearly a little bit slow, but Bellahoon managed to get it under control. Bartley let off the there with a touch. Ricocheted back to his teammate. Hannant, right hand side, gets the ball moving forward for Warman. Jolly trying to hold him off and does very well as Jolly goes down and pulls the ball out, goes out for a goal kick. Mickey was saying just a little bit more intensity from the midfield of the visitors, forcing a couple of mistakes.
Well, they've got to be fair.
Oh, someone needs the toilet.
Two little lassies, one needs a little. Yeah, they couldn't be much worse than they were in the first half, to be honest, Dave. I'd like to see Javan run at his defender because there's a few of them on bookings now.
Yeah, I think we'll see that. But we've got John Bellahoon is down injured. He's back up there. He got a throw in on the far side. Was it when he gives a free kick? It's a free kick. So we'd like to see, get some perspective, get to build on what they've done thus far as Riley goes down, gets a defence, but they can bring it forward through Bartley. Bartley finds Warman back to Bartley. Good footwork from Bartley, keeps the ball moving. No one made the run on the right-hand side. Gets to number 6. It's very creative for a defender when he's moving forward. McFadden throws the ball into Riley. Riley plays the ball forward to Maisie. Maisie gets past Bartley. The ball's out though now, and Horton sees the run on the far side of Taylor Roberts, but Horton does very well and gets in front and puts it out for a throw on the far side. But we know that man, Riley, has a throw on him, and I think he's going over it again to do that. Going to put the long throw in. 59 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, AFC Fylde 0 here. Live National League action on the Heat Army podcast. As the long throw comes in, it's a looping one, cleared though by Gateshead, and Sellers Flamingos catches up the loose ball just to hold it up and does well. He's got a man all over his back in McFadden. He's turning, surely there's got to be a foul referee, but Sellers Fleming does really well. The crossfield ball is on and it's been seen, gets to Hannant. Hannant brings it down, but outlet is Rolls in the centre. Bellahoon. Booty. Now goes it to Bellahoon. He's got Horton in front of him. Malcolm in the middle, who he uses. Lovely crossfield ball from Malcolm. Gets it to Hannant, who's shown no ill effect of the knock of before. Rolls in the centre with the ball. Gives it to Booty. Edge of the centre circle. Plays it across to Warman in space. Gets it finding space, but they need to capitalise on it. There's Rolls. Has the ball. Gets it out to Hannant now, who's swiped out off the ball off Mitchell. And he's given that back there. Now, he's already been booked. Mitchell needs to be very careful. The free kick about 35 yards out here, right-hand side of the D. Regan Booty stands over this one. You think it might be a little bit too far out here for a shot. Hannon stands there as well. Nick Horton offering words of encouragement before that. Goes back to where the magic spray is. Hannant is the man lining up here. All the big men up on the far side of the box. Hannant puts it in. It's dangerous one. Holds the keeper. Keeper plucks it out the air. And now gets a need to get back in numbers as the ball is. What a throw that is by Winterbottom, by the way. And Tinklow's there and puts it out for a throw on the far side. But what a magnificent throw from Ben Winterbottom there. Shades of Peter Schmeichel back in the day, that one. As Davies gives the ball over now to Captain Whelan. Mitchell. Out to McFadden on this left-hand side. McFadden launches the ball forward. It's going to fall to now it's before McFadden crosses it in, and Horton does well to turn. Did he keep the ball in? He didn't, and it goes out for a corner on the far side. And Gateshead just need to try and cut out some of the sloppiness at the back there. There's been a couple of times, Mickey, where they haven't dealt with it as quick as they might have liked to, but Horton just got a yellow card there.
Yeah, just don't do anything stupid. I mean, Horton could have cleared that. He tried to keep it in, and he ended up running it out. But these are going to be dangerous on set pieces, and we're absolutely hopeless at defending them. So
yeah, well, we're going to see a cross coming in from the far side with that man again. Well, referee finished writing in his book. In comes the delivery. James one right towards the penalty spot, nodded down by Davies, headed away by Tinkler. Still not cleared yet for Gates. Booty clears it only as far as the edge of the area now. From the right hand side, great ball into the box. There's a pull on the shirt of Bellahoon there. That wasn't seen. Macy has the ball left hand side up against Bellahoon. Got a bit of trick. He takes it out wider. Great stuff from Bellahoon. And Gateshead managed to bring the ball away as Hannon looks to send somebody, but there wasn't anything on, and just holds it up and gives it back to Regan Booty, who in turn can spray this across the pitch. Is it going to get there? It didn't get there. Mitchell intercepts, drives forward with the ball. I think he's going to go for a shot. He doesn't. He lays it off, and the shot comes off Bellahoon and out for a corner. And Gateshead's passing once again, not the crispest at the back, and creating opportunities for the visitors, Mickey.
Again, it's sloppy in it. It's just hold on, just calm down. We're 1-0 up, just calm down. Yeah. That's all we've got to do. So long ball out. I mean, he had more time than he thought. Whether there's any talking on the pitch, I'm not really sure, but it should have been away.
In comes the delivery. Davies there with a free header and buries it into the back of the net. And there you go. Davies come flying through, nods it down into the gap that was left there. And Gateshead, the makers of their own downfall, not clearing their lines efficiently enough. And from the set piece, from the corner, Horton's delivery, there was Davies to nod it down into an empty net. It's 1-1 here, 64 minutes gone. And Mickey, Gateshead created their own problems.
It's all their own fault there. It's sloppy play. They've got the corner. No one's picked up the big number 4 at the back post. So it's a great ball across, great header. But it's absolutely shocking defending from a Gateshead point of view.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Colin Magnier won't be happy with that at all, as Gateshead are going to get us back underway here. Oh, goes back playing. But Fylde now have something to hold on to. Javon Malcolm is going to be the man to get us underway. Max Schiff is warming up, as is Will McGowan for Gateshead. Booty plays it to Bartlett. Bartlett just has to turn, give it back. Just seeing the wind and the sails of the visitors here. Bellahoon gives the ball to Horton. Booty over the top, going forward as Javon Malcolm chases down with Bardell. Bardell goes down, and it's a goal kick to the visitors. Well, the free kick didn't go for a goal kick. It's telling him to go back. Well, it is a free kick, but it was on the goal line where it happened. Yellow card to Winterbottom for wasting time. We'll wait the free kick to be taken now. Ball launched forward. Macy goes for the header, but it bounces through to Tinkler. Tinkler turns and leaves Macy running on. Ball for the run of one of the Gateshead strikers, but Davies to deal with that. Gateshead from the back can build the gate. Hammond looks for a runner. Sees the ball up towards Sellers Fleming, who turns his man. The ball will bounce all the way through to the goalkeeper. And the game is on a knife edge once again, where Gateshead had been looking comfortable in the first half. Second half, this last 10 minutes, some wayward passes at the back has give Fylde the opportunity with set pieces. Well, Javon Malcolm helping out, wins a throw in on the far side, ball cleared out. Max Sheaf still going through a warm up, and Will McGowan as well. There's Tiernan Brooks goes very direct as the ball won in the air by the visitors, but Horton sees that out for a throw up to Gateshead. As it's Jack Rose, who's been a bit quiet in the second half. Gives it to... Oh, Jack Rose gets it back now. Bartley. Ryan Bartley. Oh, it said... Oh, and Hannon just turned around, just run into the player there. Didn't know the ball was still at his feet. Jack Rose was jolly. There's a little bit of sloppiness from both sides here. There was a diving ball in there as Javon Malcolm wins the header, but Bardell drives forward the ball. Great tackle from Horton, and Horton can get this forward. And Riley comes away with the ball. It's getting scrappy. It's getting needly here at the moment. Fylde looking a little bit more composed going forward than Gateshead. There's ball on the far side. The visitors. Riley plays it back to Mitchell. Mitchell pings the ball into the box. Up in the air there is Tiernan Brooks to get it. Gateshead just look like they need someone to grab the game and create something. Jack Rose forward to Warman. Warman passed it to nobody, but Gateshead do manage to get the ball back and keep it in as the ball comes off Whelan. And from Gateshead looking very comfortable to looking a little bit shaky at times here. As Bartley wins the throw in for Gateshead. Gets the ball back to Bartley. Ball played down the line. Well, Hannon pushed down, and well, McFadden's surely going to get a yellow card here. And he has, as Hannon was wrestled to the ground. Seems to be the running theme in this second half, the manhandling from the visitors. Regan Booty can put this one in left-footed. 70 minutes gone. Gateshead 1, AFC Fylde 1. The referee putting his book away in his cards. He's going to mark the ball here. He's going to count out. There we go. There is the one-man wall. We know Regan can put in a fantastic cross. Does he have one in his pocket here? In it comes now. It's a low one that goes right through. Oh! Shot out. Well, clambered away off the line. But Booty managed to get it back to Sellers Fleming. Booty puts it back in. It's all cleared. Anywhere will do for the visitors. As Horton brings it down. And are coming together, Hannon and Horton, to throw into the visitors. As the visitors feel they should have had a free kick there. But we are going to see Max Sheaf come on here. And it needs a bit of a change, Mickey.
Yeah, I suppose it does. To be fair to Fylde, they've really stepped it up. They're trying to bully word in the game, and to be fair, it's working as well. Stepped right up on us and stopping us playing, and they're playing really well. To be fair to them,
yeah. Showing the physical side of their game, aren't they?
Yeah, there's There's a few choice words being said around us, to be fair, and it's not me for a change.
Oh, well, there we go. We'll have to give him Mickey and Mike every game. 1 second, we're going to go back. We're back into it as Clement has a throw on his right-hand side. An opportunity for Gateshead to get players into the box. Hello goes to Bartley. Bartley closed down by Macy. Macy, Hannant to Jack Rose. Jack Rose gives it to Tinkler. Bellahoon. Gateshead camped out inside the Fylde half. Javon Malcolm gives it inside to Booty. He turns. Gives it across to Bartley. Bartley gives it to Hannant. Max Sheaf is shown for the run on his right-hand side, but the ball goes out for a throw to Gateshead. No. Hannant. Oh, and the ball. Well, Gateshead fortunate to get it back. It comes off Macy. But at the moment, the slick passing of the first half is just evading Gateshead. Nice turn from Max Sheaf. It's off to Hannant. Hannant sends the ball through for Sellers Fleming. Sellers Fleming holds it up. He's got Hannant. Hannant puts the cross in. Oh, falls back. Sellers Fleming. Offside flag goes off. And, well, people are asking how. But it is a free kick to the visitors nonetheless. And I'll just see here on the replay, because we are blessed with one at the moment, with the game being on TV. If that was a good call offside. Free kick's about to be taken. It's a little bit behind the feed. As Tinkler wins the ball, chests it down. Bartlett. Oh, and a poor ball in there to Nick Horton. And Macy has the ball. He just ghosted in. Wasn't expecting him to be there with that pass. As Bartlett has to head it out in the corner. And Gateshead, well, they're living dangerously here. Very dangerously. And still haven't seen this for offside yet. Very behind. As I'll tell you now if he was offside. Yeah, he was. He was offside. But now we have Horton with yet another delivery here. Fylde committing men forward this time. The big men come in. It's a grass cutter though, and it comes across, being cleared though. Bardell puts it in as Max Sheaf comes across to clear the run and gets in front of the ball, keeps it in, and Max Sheaf drives with the ball right hand side. Lovely ball across the net. Oh, just didn't have the legs to get over. And Javon Malcolm was absolutely flying, but Max Sheaf, as the balls are pushing the back again from the visitors. As Rolls gives the ball to Booty. Max Sheaf holds the ball. Oh, it just rolls away from him. Well, we wait for the throw to be taken by McFadden in front of the Gateshead dugout. Long throw. Maisie holds it up and puts it through to Bellahoon, of all people, who can bring the ball forward. And now, ball over the top. Brings it down on the far side. Javon Malcolm battling to get the ball. He does so. Needs support. But Horton in front of him. Booty just there. Booty quickly plays it forward to Max Sheaf. Max Sheaf's ball wasn't great. Didn't link up with Booty as he had hoped. And the ball nodded out by Bellahoon on the far side. And, well, we're seeing the game teetering here. I think it's safe to say the next goal would probably win it. 15 minutes remain. There's Riley. It all the way back the fence to the goal scorer Davies. Whelan. McFadden. Players are on the toes here, and well, it would have been offside if he had went for that one. Jolly is Hannant. Couldn't keep the ball in, and it's a throw on our left-hand side here. Well, if Gateshead were to get the 3 points here today, of course, it would be invaluable for them to embed themselves further into the playoffs. It would be 14 points embedded in. Likewise, for the visitors, it was crucial points in their relegation battle. Does look as if there was going to be a substitution for the visitors. Talking tactics with the said player as the ball goes out for a throw to Gateshead. Rolls. Gives it to Booty. Booty just see Horton on the far side. He sends the ball. It's going to bounce. Horton can keep it in. Oh, he can it. Even just skims off. Calhoun was seeing he was the man for the ball there, but it is a throw to the visitors on the far side. Now, Chris Neal was going through some tactics with one of the substitutes there before. They're getting the ball into the box. There's Sellers Fleming just loses the ball here, and we're just starting to see Fylde try and get forward in numbers here as McFadden puts the ball into the channel, and there's a run of Jolly, but Hartley just sees that out. Great play from Gateshead's number 6. Keenan Brooks wants to take this quickly and does so, gets it to Robbie Tinkler. Tinkler brings the ball forward. Bellahoon, left-hand side of defence. Horton gets the ball. I'll say they gets the ball. Oh, just rolls out, and the little flicks from Gateshead just aren't coming off at the moment. Sellers Fleming tried to bring Horton back into play on the far side. Still fantastic crowd here at Gateshead International Stadium this afternoon. Will they be treated to 3 points for Gateshead? As Booty plays the ball forward, looking for Sellers Fleming to run onto. Davies, no nonsense, puts it out. It's a throw into Gateshead halfway inside the half on the far side. Quickly taking Jack Rose, flicks it to Max Sheaf. Max Sheaf has Hannon on this right-hand side. Players driving into the box. Can Hannon get a delivery in? He's up against McFadden. Bartley's there. Bartley has time to touch it. Gives it back to Hannon. Max Sheaf back to Hannon. Hannon drives in with the ball to Booty. Gateshead pinning Fylde back at the moment as Booty gets the ball through to Hannon. Can he finish it? Oh, he lays it off. It's the line. Well, offside flag goes up. And well, you'd have to see Gateshead, Mickey, maybe just a little bit too unselfish there.
He should have bloody shot. I don't know why he hasn't shot there. He's clean through and he's got the perfect chance to shoot, and he squared it across.
Wow. Opportunity there for Gateshead.
Unless, looking by where the penalty is, the free kick's been taken. I mean, in the box, maybe
Hannon was offside.
Hannon was offside.
Quite possibly. We were back to Mickey later as they're on the attack on the far side. As Fylde try and open up and drive with the ball into the box. He is still going all the way there, Tyler Roberts, and goes out for a goal kick, but that was a dangerous run into the box. We're into the 80th minute. It's Gateshead 1, Fylde 1 here. National League action live on the Heat Army podcast. And Jack Rose plays the ball to Booty inside the Gateshead half, looking for runners, looking for space, looking for movement. As Hannon is camped out on this right-hand side as Robbie Tinkler looks to give the ball to Max Sheaf, who brings the ball, well, just dispossessed too easily there, but chasing it down, goes all the way back to Winterbottom. Max Sheaf just needs to switch on a little bit more. It's too easy for Fylde to dispossess him there as Bartley not forward, headed back by Whelan. Macy and Bartlett battling. Bartlett comes away with the ball. Jack Rose calmly threads it back to Robbie Tinkler. And Gateshead can try and build again. Booty gets across to Bellahoon. Bellahoon to Javon Malcolm. Back to Tinkler. Still, Max Sheaf, he looks up, Hannon's in space, but Max Sheaf brings the ball forward, plays it out to Hannon. Hannon now up against McFadden. McFadden gets it to Max Sheaf. Jack Rose sees a man on the far side in Horton. Nods it to Javon Malcolm. Javon Malcolm looks to get the ball into the box. Horton. Oh, he doesn't. Now he crosses it in. It's deep. Hannon nods it back to Max Sheaf. Max Sheaf has to turn. Gives it to Jack Rose on the edge of the box. Gateshead, nice threaded ball through to Sellers Fleming, who's holding it up. And he tried to pass it and now they're driving forward, filed through Horton. Horton has Maisie on this left-hand side and dispossessed, and now Gateshead can turn back into attack as Sheaf has it. Right-hand side of the pitch, gives it back to Jack Rose. The crowd urges them to move the ball forward. Booty. Oh, and a ball uncharacteristic from Regan Booty, puts it behind Jean Bellahoun. That's a throw on the far side. Oh, Mickey, it's getting tense and nervous.
It's really tense. It could go anywhere this game. It's turned into a really good game, to be fair.
Maisie chips the ball forward to Jolly on the left-hand side of the box. Bartley's there to try and hold him up. Maisie's over for support. Right on the touchline. Maisie has it now. Plays it down the line to Riley. Riley looks. There's no one in the centre, really. There's no big target meant to aim for. He just gives it to Max Sheaf. And Max Sheaf gets past his man. And was he brought down? Great tackle. And the ball from Gateshead goes straight into the middle. And on the far side is, great work from Javon Malcolm. Has the ball, cuts inside. Still just crosses the halfway line and gets Gateshead moving forward. Booty carries it over the halfway line. Sees the run on the, to put a ball forward. And at the moment, Gateshead just giving sloppy balls away in midfield as Norton tries to bring Tyler Roberts into play on the far side, but easy as day for Tina Brooks to get to it, and Gateshead can build now. Jack Rolls brings the ball forward, just crosses the halfway line, right-hand side of the pitch. Tinkler. There's a sub warming up for the visitors, ready to come on. Tinkler on the halfway line in the centre circle. Gives it to Regan Booty. Regan Booty sees the run of Hannon. Hannon brings it down. He's onside. Goes to a shot. Great reaction save from Winterbottom. That looked destined for the back of the net, Mickey.
Hell of a strike, hell of a save. Good football all around, to be fair. What great ball through. Hanno's run on, and it's an instinctive shot and an instinctive save by the goalkeeper. Great save, that.
Certainly is. We're going to have the corner come in from Regan Booty on this right-hand side. It's going to come in left-footed. Big men are up there. It's a dangerous delivery. There's a lot of scrapping about. The ball goes out for another corner. That could have went anywhere, that header. And it come off a filed shirt. Great delivery from Regan Booty. You see delivery on the far side from Rolls. Goes short to Horton, back to Rose. In it comes. It's headed clear. Booty's going to be the man that can pick it up, or is he going to let it run out? It's a throw to Gateshead. Quickly taken. Jack Rose comes back to intercept, back to Booty. Booty puts a cross into the box. It's going to go for, Javon Malcolm was waiting pounds, but it goes all the way through for a goal kick. And as Mickey said before, this could go either way. We've got 5 minutes remaining of normal time here. It is Will Hugel that is going to come on for number 21. Tyler Roberts is coming off. And he's went off on the far side. He's going to walk round. And it looks like for like he's going out to that right-hand side.
Not in the pitch. Tyler Roberts. Being replaced by number 15,
Goal kick taken, headed clear by Bartley as Javon Malcolm battling, and Jack Rose ball was up in the air. Can't get to bring it down, no. Mitchell gets it to Jolly. Jolly gets past Bartlett, it's brought down, and it's a free kick just in front of the dugout of Fylde.
We can give you this afternoon's attendance. It's 1,458.
Well, 1,458. And 73 away fans have made the trip over from Fylde. I wonder if they'll be stopping at Scotch Corner for fish and chip. Not fish, Scotch Corner. Kirby Stephen. If they do go back that way. Just catch the fish and chip shop before it closes. In comes the delivery. It's straight down the neck of Tina Brooks. And he can get that ball launched out now to Regan Booty. He can bring the ball forward. He's looking for options. Goes across the defence to Robbie Tinkler. Jack rolls. If he looks up Hannant in space here and he plays it. Oh, Hannant wasn't expecting it. And Hannant complains, but that was a great ball. And I think there's a lot of tired legs out there, Mickey.
I think he's played with outside of his foot, just roll it in. I know he didn't have to use outside of his foot, but you wouldn't be surprised if the legs are starting again. I mean, they didn't get back till 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, so.
Yeah, well, this is Javon Malcolm riding forward with the ball, gets it to Sellers Fleming. Javon Malcolm collects the ball near the corner flag and wins a throw in. And this is an opportunity for Gateshead to get the ball into the into the box. Hannant, he wants options. There's nobody there just yet. He needs an option, needs an outlet for the throw. As Javon Malcolm is the man to get it, and it's been poked out for another throw. Well, it hasn't been, it's been kept in by Jack Rolls. Jack Rolls is the man that it's a bit scrappy at the minute. The ball up in the air. Mitchell nods it on. Oh, lovely brought down by Booty. Oh, tried to get the ball back. The run was blocked. And Fylde just happy to get rid of it, but you've got to be wary of them on the counter-attack. There can be no sloppy passes in and around the box for Gateshead here. Either box. We're at that point in the game where anything happens now, it looks like it'll be a decider of the game as McFadden brings it down. Oh, well, it's a free kick to the visitors. And he's taken his time to get back up here. A Fylde player. Jolly. Been told to get up by the referee. Well, the 70 yards Fylde fans making themselves heard at the north end of the Tynemere stand. Winterbottom kicks the ball across to Bardell. Ball played forward. Now it's the first touch for Hugo. Hugo latches onto it, cuts inside with it, lays it off to Mitchell. And now, can they get the delivery in? It is. It's a deep one. It's too deep, way deep, and out it goes for a goal kick. But can Gateshead try and carve something out in the last minute of normal time here as we enter that in a few seconds? Hannant, who's had two glorious opportunities to put this one to bed. And the ball ricocheted off Hannant there, falls for Maisie. Maisie has been cleared forward as Bartlett nods it to Rolls. Rolls needs to shout, and he got it. Bellahoon can bring the ball forward. We've got 30 seconds now or so of normal time. It looks like there's going to be 4 added on here at the end of the 90 minutes. Is there enough time for a show-stopping finish from either side? As Booty plays the ball back to Bartlett. Bellahoon. 10 seconds remain of normal time. Max Sheaf. An awful bit of communication there. And Max Sheaf really hasn't hit the standard that you would want since coming on. But we've got 4 minutes remain here.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. 4 minutes additional time.
Throw taken on far side as Hugo flicks it through. Max Sheaf lost out to the ball, but can it be kept in? It can, but as Teen and Brooks managed to get to it. And Gateshead now can try and get the ball moving quickly. Horton, left-hand side, gives it back to Booty. Booty plays it to Tinkler. Well, Regan Booty's been given man of the match here. Ball forward over the top. There's Horton, tries to bring it down, appeals for offside, not given. Horton gives it to Max Sheaf. Max Sheaf to Booty. Booty, was he fouled there? Referee says yes. And Maisie with a clumsy tackle. And I think, oh no, for a second there, I thought he was going to get a yellow card. But it was a spray that was coming out. Well, he now counts out the yards for the free kick here. There's the magic spray. Regan Booty territory written all over this, but can the delivery be met by somebody in a Gateshead shirt. In it comes as a man coming around the back as Jack Rolls. Can he? Oh, it's been nodded out for a corner. Great ghosting run there from Jack Rolls. Jack Rolls is going to be the man to take the corner. 2 minutes remain of the added on 4. In it comes. It's a good one. Oh, it's going to fall. Can he get the shot away? Oh, it's just come away from Silas Fleming. Gateshead still camped out as Hannant receives the ball. Puts a cross into the box. It's deep. It's going to go towards the big men. Keeper has to punch it away. Javon Malcolm gets the ball on the left-hand side of the box. Trying some trickery. Can he lay it off? Cuts back and forth. Still with the ball. Needs to get a cross in. Wins another corner. It's the time when we stand raw. Gateshead on here. A minute and a half remain. Regan Booty goes over to take this one. Booty puts this one in. Yeah, oh, it's going to go behind for a goal kick. Well, it could have went off anybody there. It was hard to tell that fast. But at the moment, we have just over 1 minute remain here. And the goalkeeper Winterbottom, it's time wasting. The referee's telling them not the time wasting. Yellow card for time wasting. Winterbottom. Winterbottom with the goal kick. Is there one last opportunity here for Gateshead? All Fylde. Ball comes across to Bellahoon. 30 seconds remain. Bellahoon drives forward with the ball. Left hand side. He's still going, Bellahoon. Bellahoon gives it to Javon Malcolm. Gets it back, Bellahoon. Can he get a cross in? Plays it inside. Oh, just scooped away by Fylde as Booty. Plays it out to Hannant. Max Sheaf wants it on the underlap, but he didn't get it. Gives it to Booty. Oh, Booty. Well, the ball goes out, and Maisie had to play it out, and it's an opportunity for Gateshead too. And he plays it quickly to Sheaf. Max Sheaf, can he get the ball there? It's going to go out for a corner. And there is the full-time whistle. It ends 1-1 here. Gateshead, well, they'll rue the chances that they missed. And also what they created for Fylde with poor passing at the back. It was the passes at the back that created the corners for Fylde to get a point here. But Mickey, it's not all bad. 12 points embedded into the playoffs at this stage of the season going into March. It should have been a win, you would feel. But Mickey, we're doing very well overall.
Yeah, we're doing well. I feel disappointed on that. Like, to be fair, I think game or two, I'll say we're probably the better side second half. There's no two ways about it. We had chances. Hoped at the end. We were hitting hope chances, weren't they, really?
Yeah. Well, I would say Luke Hannant might have nightmares about when he passed that ball across instead of going for it, but we think the offside flag had already went up for that one. But he did have a great golden opportunity with that strike, but it was for Winterbottom pulling off a magnificent save.
Yeah, definitely.
But as I say, the honours are even. But Gateshead make it 4 unbeaten now, 2 wins, 2 draws. They go on to Tuesday night, where they'll go to Rochdale and try and get back to winning ways. But Mickey, as I say, 1st of March, 12 points into the playoffs embedded, sitting in 4th place. So if you had been offered this when the manager left at the back end of October, you would have snapped people's hands off.
Oh, that for definite. You've got a little gap there where we can go to Rochdale, and it's not a free hit, so to speak, but you could say it would class it as one, couldn't you? Because you've got a little bit leeway, you can lose that one, and you're still down in the playoffs.
Exactly. Well, I say, Mickey, thank you for being the roving reporter tonight.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we'll hopefully bring that feature in when Mark's here as well. But a big thank you to Mickey for joining us. Remember to join us on the Heat Army podcast Monday at 8 p.m. We'll be loving you to join us. We'll be talking about this and, of course, previewing the game at Rochdale on Tuesday evening. don't be a stranger. Say hello and join us on the Heat Army podcast. And, well, thank you for joining us here today. It wasn't to be, but Gateshead still 12 points embedded in the playoffs on the 1st of March.